We'll do it live. That is right. So first things first, right off the bat, the camera is bouncing because basically when I moved into this house, we had an issue where the movers installed the desktop incorrectly onto the T's. I didn't catch it. They had run, anyways. They had don't use them. They're Evolution Moving Company. It was terrible. They screwed like little screws basically directly into the wood, which have ripped out now at this point, and it has caused the desk to be extremely unstable. So I have to order a new desk top. The frame is okay. I have to order a new desk top. That's going to cost a lot of money, it appears. Hopefully that will solve some of this bounciness or whatever. What I don't want to do right now, obviously, is purchase anything with cryptocurrency, because apparently that's what everybody did. Yes, today we're going to be talking about the basically dip in Ethereum price and of course crypto as a whole over the holiday weekend leading up and into, of course, Black Friday. We're also going to be talking about mining pool connectivity issues for multiple mining pools going on right now. And then we're going to talk about the best deal that I have found so far ROI-wise, ROI meaning return on investment-wise, for Black Friday deals. And hopefully everything there will essentially give you guys an idea of what you should be looking for. But hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're watching from a Black Friday line, good luck in getting whatever piece of equipment or loot that you are trying to get. And if you're trying to do it online, well, that might be a little bit more difficult. But we'll get into it afterwards. Thank you for the $5, Buddha Bop, who says, "You're the reason I started mining. My life has changed since then. Appreciate you." I appreciate you for the $5. $5 is $5. We are going to be answering, of course, questions at the end of the show, per usual, so that people that are trying to hop in for the topics in the title get those topics answered as quickly as possible. But before we do, as always, we're going to run an ad from our favorite drink company. Today's video is brought to you in partnership with GamerSupps. GamerSupps provides a healthy alternative to sugary energy drinks with delicious flavors like Misfits Melon or my favorite Blue Raz. I use the GamerSupps as an alternative to support my active lifestyle outside of content creation. Caffeine-free options are great for late-night gaming after the kids have gone to bed. And my favorite part about GamerSupps is that they accept cryptocurrency, and for a limited time, when you purchase a tub with cryptocurrency, you will receive a Bitcoin shaker. Follow the affiliate link in the description, and don't forget to use code SOAT at checkout. Bam. Welcome back. I realized yesterday that we did it. We didn't let it go all the way, or we let it go too long. So I got to time that a little bit better. Pay attention. I was actually trying to read articles previously, which is why that was happening. So if you guys haven't seen yet, we have a huge dip in price. Let's go ahead and hop on over to, well, our desktop capture that I now need to adjust. 1 second. Bam. All right, there we go. Almost had severe technical difficulties, but they have been thwarted. So as you guys can see here on the Ethereum price chart for the day, we've had a big dump down from 4,500. I think it was at 4,600 at the peak, all the way down to 4,067 in a day. That's down 8 or 9%. It's crazy. I guess really that should be like over 10% from the 4,500. Yeah, from the 4,500. Yeah, that's more than 10% for sure. It's like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15%. This is just what it's showing on the market cap right here. And I don't see like direct reasons for it necessarily. My assumption would be, of course, is that we have hit that Black Friday deal. Let's see when the dips really started. It was right here at 2:30 a.m. Probably when all those Black Friday stores were opening up. I don't actually know. But I do know that if you are trying to liquidate, I would wait through the weekend and let people get their positions back, maybe accumulate if that's what the risk is that you want to take. And it's really going to be up to you. It did affect, of course, other cryptocurrencies as well, including Bitcoin. Let's see if the dip was around the same time. It looks like the Bitcoin dip was a little bit after, around 2:54 a.m., the initial dip, the initial big dip, right? And it's down 7.5%. So ETH is down a lot more. Of course, what happens, right, is people usually liquidate their Ethereum into Bitcoin and then cash out the Bitcoin, which is why you probably have that little bit of delay. Also, you know, it's going to be slow, right? When big dips like this are happening, it gets super slow. Now, the good news for miners, of course, as always, is, you guys know, we making that ETH. Yes, sir. We are looking good as far as amount of ETH earned. As you can see here, we have gone up since yesterday where we were doing 0.08 ETH. We are now clearly above 0.09 ETH, which means we are making more and more ETH, which is awesome. I'm excited for that. And as the ETH price recovers, we will have, of course, that translate into more US dollar. Now, we are down below that $400 estimated yesterday to $385 estimated today. But I'd rather have, and I don't know about you, I'd rather be under $400 US dollars a day and mining more ETH right now, especially at this time right before that big bull run and the rest of the holidays, than be mining more US dollar and less ETH. That's how I feel about it. Let me know how you feel about it, of course, in the live chat and the comment section below. But I am pretty stoked. We are sitting at pretty much all of my mining rigs online. I do need to actually get in there now and go ahead and figure out, of course, the Flux mining pool with the 1063 gigabytes. And those cards need to get online. Then I have two 5700 XTs and one 5600 XT. And then back here, actually, we're testing the 5950X. 3 settings that I wanted to get set up. Hopefully we'll have it out today. Testing takes a long time. I was testing all night, but we have, of course, PBO turn. We have, first of all, we have stock clocks on the 5950X just running Raptorium. Then we have, of course, your PBO turned off with the standard overclock, like the standard all-core overclock. My sample hit 4.5 gigahertz. Those numbers I don't have yet. And then I'm going to be doing the PBO offset, 200 megahertz, your standard basically gaming overclock that I actually helped figure out a long time ago when we originally got the processor. You can check those videos out because I got that on launch and we figured that out. But here's the deal. I don't know which one's going to be best. So I'm excited to find out. Hope you guys are excited to find out as well. I also have a 3070 Ti that's in the living room that's going to be going on here that we need to test. And then once we get that figured out, I'm basically planning out a rig that's going to have as many light hash rate cards as I have. So what I have right now is 3080 Ti, 3070 Ti. I have a light hash rate 3060 and a light hash rate V1 and a 3060 V2. The light hash rate GPUs that I don't have that I guess I'm going to start hunting down, 3070, light hash rate 3060 Ti, and a light hash rate 3080. So those three, if I could put all of those on one rig, then when we have minor updates, like light hash rate minor updates, I can just update it in Hive OS, have it kick off, and we can see what all of those are. So that's the plan for light hash rate testing that I'm working on. But it's going to take a little bit to implement it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Now, let's talk about multiple pools, multiple mining pools having connectivity issues. Of course they are. Of course they are. Now, this is going to be primarily Bitcoin mining pools. Let's go ahead and hop into it, though. This article is coming from CoinDesk today. It says multiple mining pools are facing connectivity issues. Some of the world's biggest mining pools are facing severe disruptions. It goes on to say major crypto mining pools, including Binance Pool, F2 Pool, Poolin, and Via BTC are reporting connectivity problems, they said in their Telegram channels in the past 24 hours. The issue is caused by domain name system DNS pollution, Binance Pool and Poolin said on their Chinese Telegram channels. F2 Pool also said the pool's domain name is not being properly resolved. The DNS is the internet service. Now, okay, to give you, this is my background. This is what I did all the time. I was a cloud solution specialist. I moved DNS records all the time. So hopefully maybe I can pick something out here and we can get a little bit of insight. The DNS is the internet service that converts domain names like coindesk.com into internet protocol IP addresses with the public IP addresses, which are strings of numbers. DNS poisoning can occur when a hacker redirects traffic from the domain name to an imposter website. Via BTC users are also reporting on Telegram that they are having difficulty accessing the pool. On its English Telegram channels, the pool acknowledged the issue, but did not specifically mention DNS connectivity problems. Quote, the connectivity issues appear to be primarily affecting Chinese miners, end quote, said Alejandro de la Torre, founder of Proof-of-Work.energy consulting firm and former Poolin vice president. De la Torre thinks the Chinese government is likely interfering with the mining pools. Binance Pool's Bitcoin hash rate is down 14% in the last 24 hours. F2 Pool has dropped almost 8%, and Via BTC has fallen by 7% according to BitMining's information platform. A large part of the pool's operations are located in China, which has vowed to eliminate crypto mining. While their hash rate does not come only from China, and they have said they plan to exit the country by year end, the publication of material in Mandarin could be interpreted as courting its population. Binance Pool, F2 Pool, and Poolin advised users to modify their DNS to solve the issue. Binance Pool said that the long-term solution is to use a VPN to circumvent the country's telecoms carriers. Okay. So if it's a public DNS, if it's a provider's DNS, so here in the United States, we have like Comcast, Time Warner, which is now Spectrum, we have AT&T, etc. Now China probably has their own service providers that are obviously controlled by the government in some form or fashion. And so they can actually stop it right at that point at the provider level by basically blocking traffic at that provider ISP level, which is why what they're talking about here is modifying, if you're having issues, modifying your DNS wherever you're pointing it to. You see here, they have the IPs that you would point it to, for example, Cloudflare here or Google, as opposed to being pointed to probably whatever these are, which may be specific provider DNS. Now, I personally prefer using Cloudflare DNS, and you can change that either at your router level, right? Or you can change it at a PC level, or of course, you can talk to your internet provider if you would so prefer. Now, what that's doing is basically going out and grabbing whatever that DNS would be. Like, for example, if we went to mxtoolbox.com, I don't really want to do an MX lookup. Let's see. Let's do a DNS lookup of poolin.com. Let me make sure this looks right. Yeah, that should pull it properly. And I don't have any info. So you can see, like, basically it takes the Poolin and it points it to this IP address right here. And it shows you the DNS record for that. That's an A record essentially. And what could be happening, right? So there's two places this can be happening too. It could be happening like on the front end, which is what this would be as an example. And basically whatever provider in China could be switching that IP to something that doesn't work, or just making it not resolved to any IP, right? Or it could specifically be, and it depends on how. So for us, when we did mining pools, for example, it depends on how they configured their mining pool. So typically you would have your mining pool resolve like your front end resolve to like a front end web page. And whenever you had miners connect, that would go through some, different path down to, of course, whatever the node is that you're running. So you could have just that portion under attack, just the mining portion under attack, or just the front end under attack in the cases of the mining pools that we configured. In the case of pooling, we could run, of course, diagnostics on that and figure it out. But at this point, I don't know that I want to do that today. But they could be essentially just blocking the mining portion. I don't know. We're not utilizing, Chinese DNS at this point. That could be fun, though, because we could use a VPN to pop over there and see what it looks like. If you guys think that would make an interesting video, let me know in the comment section below. It's definitely going on my list now because I am super curious if they're actually blocking it there. And I don't even know. You'd have to VPN on over there, set your DNS to some provider over there, and then see how it rolls out and run a whole bunch of network diagnostics. Anyways. How about we talk about Black Friday deals? There are none. There are none. So I have found one Black Friday deal that you can still purchase right now and have a less than 300-day ROI. Would I recommend it? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that because some of the big problems that I've had with this type of mining in particular, we already talked about yesterday. And the thing is it looks great on paper right now, right? We have this 5900X 12-core 24-thread processor. It is, from AMD. You are going to have the 64 megabytes of L3 cache, which means you basically essentially get the most amount of L3 cache out of any desktop processor available. Even the 5950X is only 64 megabytes of L3 cache. So you're getting pretty much what I would consider the top of the line mining performance you could get out of a processor until you hit the Threadripper or, of course, server grade EPYC processors where you can get 128 megabytes to 256 megabytes of L3 cache. But it's pretty cost prohibitive, right? Because if you can buy 64 megabytes of cache for under $500, it's going to be a lot better. So I wanted to pull it up and show you guys exactly what's going on and let you know that this ROI seems to be the best. If we pulled up, let's see if we can do Raptorium. Here we go. And we did 15900X here. Be $1.45 US. Is that correct? And then if we did the 159, and it's gone down a lot actually, $1.73. So Raptorium mining has gone down overnight as well, because I assume Raptorium price has gone down. I will be honest, I did dump my Raptorium last night. All of it. Kind of glad I did right now. But it looks like that's actually gone down in ROI as well. So let me go ahead and pull up the calculator and give you guys an updated ROI. I had already planned this out last night, and then I forgot about the dump today. So even if we had 480 divided by $1.45, just saying the processor alone, yeah, we're back over a 300-day ROI. That's 331-day ROI, of course, unless the Raptorium market recovers. But that was the best deal that I found so far. We do have links in the description for, of course, the motherboards, the B550 motherboards. For the 5950X in particular, I know a lot of people are going to say you can go cheap and get something like this with a single 8-pin additional CPU power. Here's my argument against that. Okay, this is just my argument against it. You don't have to agree with me. I've been running these 5000 series. they will not boost, they will not perform as well with a single 8-pin. That's with the Precision Boost Overdrive. Now, another thing that you have to consider is if you're doing an all-core overclock for Raptorium in particular. So we're talking about taking the 5800X, 59, or specifically 5900X and 5950X specifically. You have what's known as line load calibration, where you have different levels. Your goal is to have the tightest level so you have a consistent, of course, voltage being given to the CPU. You don't want voltage changing a whole bunch, especially when you're mining 24/7. Because if you do have that, you have bad power delivery, right? Which a lot of these cheaper motherboards do, what you risk, of course, is going to be basically CPU degradation. Your degradation's not necessarily going to be coming from way overvolting the CPU, because these days, you know, even like, I don't know, let's say like for the most part, your max overclock is still going to be hit all core on Ryzen at like 1.3 volts. That would be like pretty much where you would stop. You're not going to have a ton there unless it's like fluctuating a lot. So you can get CPU degradation, which is going to cause you to need to turn your voltage up over time, which means that you're going to end up, of course, losing out on the power costs plus damaging your processor. I personally think you should get a motherboard with good power delivery, good power phase design, something that's going to be stable across the board. Your mileage may vary. Maybe you just want to throw in some cheap motherboards. That's fine. On the 5950X and the 5900X, I'm using the ASRock Tai Chi B550s just because I already had them. That being said, those are a little cost prohibitive. What I would be looking for is just essentially as bare bones as you can get with good power delivery. You can usually tell this by at least by the additional CPU power on the motherboards themselves. So if you like just pop into here, right, and you pull up, like this one right here has an additional 4-pin. The Tai Chis have two basically 4-pin or two 8-pins. This has a 4-pin and an 8-pin. So there you go. Just some food for thought there. This deal is really good as well. And so I would encourage you guys, if you're looking for a lot of memory, this isn't necessarily something you would use for mining, but $209 for 64 gigabytes of DDR4 clocked at 3200 megahertz is mwah, mwah. So I want to show you guys that if you're interested in, of course, picking up some memory. That's the best deal I've found for memory so far. It's a Black Friday deal on Newegg, so that's cool. I've been using the Oli 4x2 kits for the Raptorium miners. They used to be something you could buy on Amazon. They are not anymore. And the reason they were really good is because you could get them for like 20 bucks. They were clocked at 3200 megahertz and they were 2 4-gig sticks. So when you plug those, it made it cheaper, right? And then they would go into dual channel, which allowed you a little bit more, of course, processing power because of the way Ryzen works with the Infinity Fabric, right? The higher the memory clock, 3200 megahertz seems to be about the default for there. Anyways, they're really good kits. So I haven't had any issue with them. We have 3 of the 2x4 kits at 3200 megahertz. I think you're going to be fine if you're looking for a lot of memory for one of your desktop PCs, picking that up right now from Newegg. And it's, I think, the best deal that I've seen so far. All right, so we're going to get to questions, I think, at this point. I did want to check real quick. Oh, no. Oh, I know why. One sec, guys. Yeah, I'm still connected to pool-in. I'm having no pool-in issues. And my handshake and my Litecoin miners are up. I just wanted to check and make sure before we moved on. So let's sit down and answer some questions. All right. So, as always, super chats come first in the order. So if you want to be prioritized, go ahead and send a super chat. It's nothing personal. It's just the easiest to read. That's why. The next easiest to read is, of course, tagging me at Son of a Tech. It turns my name orange in chat for me, which makes it easier for me to parse through the questions. That's why the rules are there. There's logical reasons, and hopefully you understand. And then hopefully we get this camera bounce solved for you guys at some point as well. So apologies for that. So let me go ahead and scroll up. And we are not going to talk about anything that would get us... Thanks for the $5, rats. But, you know, we're not going to talk about anything that would be potential of shutting down this channel. Haha. Best I can put there. At Son of a Tech, can you tell which is the most profitable mining pool? I'm currently using Crazy Pool from one of your videos. So that video that I did essentially shows you where to check profitability. And then you can use that in conjunction, of course, with the how to reduce stale shares video to basically test your latency and make sure you have low stale shares and invalid shares. These are the two tools. We have made videos on them. The tools are still the same. You have to use the tools for your specific geographical location and situation to determine which is the best. There is no one best pool for everybody, and that's really the point of both of those videos. All right. Let's see. We're going to get down. Man, Josh, you got to stop spamming too. Detroit Irish says, Son of a Tech, you said you needed a 3060 Ti and 3070 light hash rate. You got both. I'll sell you at MSRP. That sounds good, Detroit. Hit me up on Twitter or hit me up on email, and then we'll get it worked out, and I'll try to send you the cash for that. But yes, I need the 3060 Ti, the 3070 light hash rate, and a 3080 light hash rate. And then we're just going to build a light hash rate rig. It's going to run the latest version of HiveOS and the latest version of whatever light hash rate unlock miners there are to see which ones are the best. So one of the issues I do have is we're still on a hotspot, and Spectrum is still lollygagging the install. All right. Sherigan says, Son of a Tech question, next best option for mining after GPU mining. I don't know what you mean about after GPU mining. I'm assuming you're saying proof of stake from ETH. What should you go with? Or are you asking, are you asking if you were going to sell all your GPUs, which would you invest in, like ASIC or CPU or what? So let's approach this, I guess, from both perspectives. First of all, ETH moving to proof of stake, what should you move your GPUs to? Whatever's most profitable at the time and whatever makes the most sense. It's going to be an ever-changing environment, and we will not know until it happens. We will be covering it extensively on this channel, probably making multiple videos a day and striving really, really hard when that time comes in June, because it's going to be stressful for everybody. And I'm going to be basically making content nonstop until everybody figures out where we're going from there. I do not have an answer for that right now. Now, if we're talking about what is going to be the most profitable after GPU mining, I think personally I would go ASIC. FPGA looks really cool, but it's hard to pick that up. And spam's gonna get basically removed, guys. I can't do that. I gotta let everybody have a chance to talk. That's not gonna work for me. So I need moderators. So basically, yeah. So if we're talking about pure profit, I would assume that we would go ASIC. FPGA is cool, but getting the parts is difficult. So I wouldn't do that. And then, you know, I don't think that CPU mining has much life. You're talking about it's so hard to scale CPU mining. And I think like I think the better opportunity in CPU mining is the actual market. In a few different manners, right? So one would be from the power supply perspective. Somebody like somebody like Parallel Miner, who we've used a lot, could start making breakout boards that have multiple 24-pin outs on them. So you could potentially power multiple CPU rigs off a single power supply. That would be super beneficial. Of course, on those PCBs, you could probably only really fit 4, but 4 is better than nothing, right? That would be super beneficial. I think that motherboard manufacturers making consumer grade motherboards with more than one socket on them could be a potential in for, of course, this market. Would that happen? Probably not, but you know, that's been around on the workstation sphere for a while, and it's possible. You know, there are like the old Xeon workstation motherboards where you could get 2, 3, even up to 4 workstation grade Xeons on the same motherboard. If somebody wanted to get into basically building mining parts, these are a few ideas that I have that you could really probably become super profitable off of, outside of actually mining the cryptocurrency, right? And I think would be needed for the space in general if we're talking about CPU mining. So just a couple ideas. Anonymous Miner says, did you see Rabbit's video about... No, I have not. CPU mineable profitability comparison. Think you want to go back to QRL? I think I already have a QRL how-to video, and QRL's been good to me as well. It's still not a huge cap coin, right? It's the same problem that, you know, we'll have to see where it goes. Same problem when ETH goes proof of stake for GPU miners. Desi Beat says that Tech is 2,500 euros, fair enough for a brand new 3090 MSI Supreme X. I'm going to have to do the Euro to USD conversion here for you. 2,500. That doesn't look good to me. That's 2803. Let's go ahead and throw that into what to mine on the 3090. Right? 741 a day. Let me pop open my calculator here for you real quick and run those numbers. If we're talking about 2,800 US dollars divided by 7.41, you are looking at 377-day ROI. That is more than a year. We'll definitely not be having ETH anymore, so you'd have to bump down to like Flux or something. Interesting to see Cero here. Zello. That's fun. Anyways, kind of cool to see that there. We did forget to do that today, but that's okay because everybody always asks those questions anyway, so we get to look at it. All right. Form Digley says, what are your thoughts on solo mining, Raven or Firo? Red Panda did a video on each, and results seem to be too good to be true. Let me ask this. As he liquidated all of it, I don't remember, I don't know because I haven't watched the videos. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I try to watch a lot of people's videos, but I've been behind, so that's pretty much where we're at. $5 from G Code Jedi says, what are your ETA mining predictions for weeks and days leading up to the merge? What do you mean ETA? Like, when is the estimated merge? Is in June of 2022. So if we did June 1st of 2022, you got, 7 months about, give or take. So you would want to ROI anything you're calculating off ETH, you would want to ROI in 7 months. Of course, we have pricing changes that will be happening. A lot of people think ETH will go to 10K. So you could potentially be cutting that down by 10. It's really just, I don't know, up to you as far as like calculating that out. Paul says memory for Raptorium 2x4 3200 CL16 for $40 and 2x4 2490 CL15 for $30. Yeah, I'd go with the 3200 CL16 for $40. And I did see a comment about CAS latency 14. I think that's really too low. Like, you don't need to go below 16. What I will do, though, is I am working on getting some really fast DDR4. It's expensive. But the reason we're going to be getting it is we are going to be trying essentially a whole bunch of different memory speeds. And we're going to be testing dual rank versus single rank and different, of course, timings to determine essentially how much does memory affect Raptorium specifically. Because we know for Monero it affects it a lot. About 3200 megahertz at 16 CAS latency is the sweet spot for almost everything. Raptorium could be different. QRL, we know it affects it a lot. Those two we do know. Bod says, hey, son of a tech, is there a difference between mining Raptorium and dual channel RAM versus quad channel? Dual is going to be preferred. Same as with almost everything. The only, so first of all, there's no quad channel. Your overclocks are going to be better on dual channel. Henry D, thanks for the $5. Says, hi, Soat, fellow Texan here. Was wondering what you thought of me phasing out 3080 Ti's for 6600s. Seems like half the watts at about $300 less. Thanks. So the 3080 Ti is going to have better hash rate by far. However, yes, you are going to have better power consumption on the 6600s. Making those swaps seems difficult. You also need to take into account that your density changes, meaning like if you have like a 3080 Ti, to compensate for that, you would need three 6600s for the same hash rate, right? Give or take about 3 6600s. So now you need more risers, more motherboards, more power supplies, because regardless, here's the other thing that a lot of people forget about, is you will have to have more plugs. Even though they take less power, you will have to have more plugs specifically. So maybe at least more breakout boards, bigger breakout boards from parallel. So you need to take into account density. I would just, if you want to buy 6600s, just start saving up with the profits you're getting from the 3080 Ti's and start buying 6600s. That's how I would roll, personally. D Miner says, son of a tech, my man. What's up, dude? What's up with the mining building? Any good progress? Well, it's up and running. Yeah, everything's going. I'm waiting on internet to start actually running cable and stuff. All right. All right. Sharing said, saw your video about a month ago about how the difficulty bomb will hit in June. To confirm, ETH GPU mining will end 4 months before that in February. No, so I misread that, and I thought we had updated it. So it will end in June. The difficulty bomb will be defused in February, giving them 4 months lead time to complete the merge. That's my understanding as of right now. Ted Park, thanks for the 10 Canadian dollars, whatever that equals in real money. He says, when setting up clocks and power for GPUs, how do you balance stability versus performance and power use? What do you generally prioritize more? I always start with trying to see how far I can push the memory. For the most part, when mining cryptocurrency, luckily your memory, like the amount of power draw the memory is going to take is not where you really have to turn down that's not where you make up most of your power. You make up most of your power by turning down the core clock. So just try to get that memory dialed in. That's what I focus on. Once I get that dialed in, then I'll start taking the core clocks down and the power consumption down. And that's where I'm at. Chilled. Thanks for the €5, whatever that is in real money. Sound money, I don't know. But he says, good morning. So when is your UFC debut? I am not ready for that, that's for sure. But I am signed up for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament on December 11th. I'll be rocking that white belt in the heavyweight class because I weigh 215 pounds right now. That's where we're at. I also want to say thanks, Henry D. Welcome to the Suns. And thanks for becoming a member. Wolfgang Libra says, have any experience with Zergpool for convert in past, say for converting RTM Varus GPU coins to BTC? Over having make a wallet and sell is a lot less profitable. No, I don't use Zergpool. For Raptorium, we're using, God dang it. I don't know if I just pull this up real quick. I don't know why sometimes I brain fart. There's too much information that I have to keep up here all the time and I lose it. Yeah, we're using rplant.xyz. People need to get off Flockpool, by the way. This is getting stupid. Stupid. Oh, sorry for the camera bouncing still. I'm going to get it figured out. I have to order that desktop and I don't want to. But I'm going to do it. This is terrible. I barely touch it and it just starts going. It's terrible. These desks, we use one of these desks at my parents' house. This one actually specifically. And we had the camera and the mic mounted to it, and I had 0 issues. But this one, like, even if I put my hand on my desk to move, it's stupid. And this stupid uplift desk is like, so expensive. So I'm super frustrated right now. It is what it is. It is what it is. It'll be okay. I tried to get the money back from the movers. It didn't work. All right. Let's see. I know Technus, you had a question. You said, ask Have a Tech, serious question, 2 6800 XTs or 1 3090 if the price is roughly the same for the 2-to-1 comparison. Also 6800 XT at 150 watts while the 3090 at 300 watts, what to choose. I mean, right. I mean, you can get the 6800 XT less wattage for sure. But you're going to have to tweak it. You're going to have to go in and change, your soft power play tables. But you can get it less power consumption for sure. And then you'll be at, if you get it tuned in right, you can get them at 63 megahash a second. So you're talking about 128 megahash a second. At, I want to say we were hitting pretty low. What was I hitting? It's been a while. Let me go look here real quick. Yeah, so we had it down to 105 watts. So you can get, basically, if you got those two, technically, if they're the same price, the 6800 XT is a better buy because you're going to have access to the soft power play tables, which means you're going to be able to tune down, and you can watch my video how to do it. And basically what you're looking at is 128 megahash a second at 210 watts versus, of course, a 3090, which is going to be 120 megahash a second at between 280 and 320 watts. There you go. There you go. Island Carnivore, thank you for the $5. Do you have a great chair and desk recommendation? Well, not an uplift desk because you're going to spend, $1,400 and it's not going to work. And then if you have movers screw up the mounting brackets, it's fucked. But it'll bounce around like that. Excuse my language. Now we're going to get demonetized. So thanks for the stuff there, the donos. It depends on your setup, right? I like the standing desk. I'm just going to get a thicker desktop, and then hopefully we'll be good from my perspective. I'll keep bouncing this desk around because I'm frustrated as heck with it. But, these desks back here for the kids, they're great. They're super cheap. Like, I want to say they were like $50 from IKEA, and they have everything you need. So there's that. And then as far as chairs, the only, I've never bought a good chair. I've heard Secret Lab is really good. This chair, the only reason I have this is I won it at DreamHack Atlanta in 2018 from Red Hat. So that's the reason I have this chair. And it's a Maxnomic. It's been fine. I just like that it says Red Hat on it. All right. Oh, and I missed a couple more super chats, so let me get up here. I don't know why it skipped all the way down. Norm Kelly, thank you for the $5 US, whatever that is in real money. Do you think English, linguistic purism, will be good for the English language? I have no idea. Not my area of expertise. Anonymous Miner coming at me with the $20. $20 is $20, good sir. Thank you. Here's to the morning show. I am programming the video processing module in a car right now. Only 1 hour to go. Thanks for entertaining us all. Thanks, dude. Hope you guys are having fun. All right. Andres Morris says, Son of a Tech, what do you think solo mining versus usual mining? Higher risk, higher reward. Magic Lucky says, I learned Serpent XSF. Once lost 300 Bitcoin on a flash drive years ago. Do you have any similar stories about the fish that got away? No, I do not. All right, bro. Gaming and tech, you're banned. Sorry, I already warned you. Techness Corner says, that Son of a Tech, Secret Labs based in Melbourne, Australia, bro. Shout out, but honestly, check out Herman Miller or Steel Case chairs. Your body will thank you. I like standing. Was the best decentralized Lightning wallet? I don't know, Jesse. That's a good question. There's probably somebody that knows more than I do on that specifically. All right. Oh. Jose says, glad to see you back in the original space after ETH is proof of stake. Raven next. I don't know. I feel like I answer that question every day, but I really don't know, guys. I really, really, really don't know. That's yet to be seen. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out. Looks like the questions are slowing down, so we're going to go ahead and maybe call it. David says, would you still recommend to buy a used L3 Plus? I don't know. Let's go look. Why don't we go look? The L7's still making a ton of money. And the L3 Plus is dropped to like $4 or $5 a day. And what are they running? I think BT Miners actually has some. Let's go there. They've upped them, yeah. $1,600. So you're looking at 1,600 divided by 481. 332-day ROI with L7s coming online. I don't think so, bro. Let's look at the Gold Shell X5. Not, yeah. There it is. Gold Shell X5 is $640 a day for 2,300. That's 359-day ROI. Take a look at the LT5. LT5, this is looking better at $1,998 a day. So let's do 9,900. 19.98. That's a 495-day ROI. So I guess your best bet is that Gold Shell X5. I still don't think I'd buy it. I'd look at maybe other things. Start playing around. You know what I'm saying? Start playing around. See what's going down. See what's going down. Here are their Black Friday deals today. Let's go ahead and take a look. They got a Gold Shell KD box combo deal. Interesting. So you could get a KD box plus an HS5, or a KD box plus a CK5, or a KD box plus an LT5, or a KD box plus a Gold Shell X5. Weird. I like my Gold Shell HS5. There's the Gold Shell X5. LT5. Let's say we did. What is the KD box doing? There's the KD box. $26 a day. All right, so you get one of those. What is an HS5 doing? HS5 is doing $33 a day. So you could do $26 plus $33. If you bought that bundle, you'd be doing $59 a day. Let's do 14,500 divided by. Oops. What did I say? It cleared it. 33 plus 26, $59 a day, $14,500 divided by 59 is a 245-day ROI on that package. That's not bad. Let's check out the CK5. CK5, you're looking at $41 a day plus the $26 a day. at 16,000. Okay, so that's $67 a day. 16,000 divided by 67. That's a 238-day ROI. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Check out the LT5. LT5. You're looking at $20 a day. I can already tell you that's not as good as the other two. And then let's take a look at the X5, which I don't think is either. Yeah, X5 is not good either. So the best ROI on this right now is this CK5. Before you guys go buy it, please, please, please let me get my affiliate link. So if you're curious, that would be the one I would get. And then let's see. They are re-upping this month on sponsoring the channel, so that'll be good too. Their payment's supposed to go through before the first of the month. Here is my affiliate link if you guys want to go. 238 days is still pretty good. Oh, and it's gone. All right, well, your second best is the Gold Shell HS5 deal. That one was like 250 days. Man, you guys didn't even use my affiliate link. You didn't give me time. I hope you did. So the HS5 is the only other good one, in my opinion. I see you guys popping it. I see you popping it. I don't think I ordered too many 3090s. My HS5's been killing it though. What else is there on their Black Friday deals, guys? An Antminer D7. D7. $60 a day. 59 plus. What else I got here? The Gold Shell HS5, which was good, right? That one was doing 33. So 59 plus 33 is $92 a day. So that's 22,000 divided by 92. It's a 239-day ROI. Pretty good. Let's see, what's the CK5 at? $41 a day. Is 123,500 divided by 100. That's 235-day ROI. What is the LT5? LT5's not doing good, right? Yeah. No thanks. And neither was the X5. So I do the CK5 or the HS5 here. That's what I would do. Man, their Black Friday deals aren't bad, though. Here's an interesting one. They got a December 15th batch of the Gold Shell LT5. You get 2 of them for $9,500 for $19,000. Is that right? And then they give you 6 Gold Shell X5s for $2,200 a piece, totaling to $13,200. This Black Friday deal, I feel like, I mean, what is that total hash rate wise? LT5 Pro. What's an LT5 Pro? Oh, those aren't out yet. What? I want one. When did these come out? 2.45 gigahash. 3,100 watts. Doesn't seem as good as the... Did I even do that right? $21 a day. All right. Let's do this. It'd be 48 at 62 for that. Let's get in the rest of this real quick. So then you're talking about 6 X5s. Which is 850 megahash a second at 1450. So 850 times 6. 850 times 6 is 5,100. So we're going to add 5,100 plus the 4,800. That's 9,900 megahash. And then that's at 1,450 watts. 1,450 times 6. That's 8.7 kilowatts plus the 6,200. Talking about 14.9 kilowatts. Jesus Christ. Ah! Oh, that's so much. All right, calculate that out. You're only at... Bro, you can do so much better with 14 kilowatts. 15 kilowatts. That's 8,340 a day. And so that would be 32,200 divided by 8,340. 386 day ROI, and that's provided Dogecoin doesn't drop any further than it already has. You know, I'm going to say no on this deal. I mean, BT Myers is a sponsor. I think you should go purchase the deals that we found that were good, but not this one. That's not a good Black Friday deal. These are not the LT5 Pros separate. I think I'm down with. These Gold Shell X5s you don't want. Right? Like these LT5 Pros are not bad though. Right? They're not the worst. Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to bang that. They're not the worst. All right. We went way over because we're covering those deals. The Gold Shell deals. Ugh. But thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to go hit the gym. Get my workout on. because I gotta go, you know, what's that called? I got a jiu-jitsu tournament I gotta get ready for. You know what I mean? Sorry for not answering questions. I think that was a more entertaining way to end the stream. I didn't realize the BT miners had some pretty dang good deals. Those are some of the best deals, specifically like those combo deals are the best ROI I've seen on ASICs that you can actually purchase in a long time, in quite a long time. So I'd go pick them up. I'll probably go pick some up. I don't know which one. I think I want that D7 handshake combo or the CK5. I don't know. I'll see you next Tuesday.